Humidor shop talk. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
What's up, people? This is your boy, Mr. Smokefella in the house, man. Check it out, man. I'm fired up because if y'all just saw that new intro that we just banged out, I'm over here, man. Got my stick in the air, got me a little coffee here. So I'm fired up. I want to give a shout out to my man, Hula Malone, one of the greatest house DJs out there, and our very own Smokefella, the guru, for laying that track for us because, man, as y'all felt it, you felt it all in your chest because I did, baby. So we about to get this party started, man. Just want to give a shout out to a fellow smoke fella, RJ, celebrating his birthday, man. Gonna do it big later on, but man, I'm gonna start bringing in my people so we can get this cigar train rolling today. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere now. What I've been hearing in the streets is an over and an under on if he was going to make it to the show today because he had a long night at the cigar shop last night. But without ado, I'm going to bring in my man, Lucky Lefty. What's up, Left? You on mute, bro.
What's up, people? Once again, he brought me in first, knowing I'm eating. But
yeah, on purpose. On purpose. And I know what you're doing. You're trying to soak up some of that liquor from last night because the word is out that it went left on you last night. Lefty.
It
you get it?
Went left.
It went left. Lefty.
Yeah. Any other way would be ridiculous. It definitely went left. Hey, we had a great time last night, man. Rugged Cigar DJ surprised did his thing. DJ DY Nemesis jumped on the table. Man, we had a ball, man. We did it up big, so. Man, and we got a lot to talk about, man. Watch the game. Great game, actually.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. But hey, tell the people, man, 625. If y'all want to kick it with the fellas, come on out. Let them know where we're going to be at, Left.
June 25th at the Vault in Blue Island, 130th and Western, I think. Hey, it's an outdoor event. So
3
even
p.m.
if you don't smoke, come on out. We're going to have hookers available. It's the outdoors, the patio. We'll have a ball, man. I'm telling you. We got a DJ Cuzzo, DJ Larry Hot on the table, and DJ DY Nemesis on the tables, man. It's going to be a movie out there. So come out and see us, man.
That's what we do. We make movies. We make things epic. But, man, let's bring in our third member because we're going with a 3-piece hot and spicy today, fried hard. My man, KDL33. What's up with you, baby?
What's happening? How y'all doing, peoples? Good Saturday morning to you. Let's get it. And we had a great game last night. One of the best games in a while, actually, the way it went. So let's talk about it.
You know I'm ready to go in. So since you gave me the alley-oop, because you can pass, Kev, unlike my 30-year partner over there, you can pass the alley-oop. So thank you very much. NBA playoffs, man. This is how everybody was in their different spots. Left was at the cigar shop. Kev was doing what he do. I was doing what we do. But, man, we all watched the game. But check it out. Celtics versus Warriors, that game 4. Man, Golden State, even the series at 2 games apiece, man, with a win in Boston Friday night, man. And now home court advantage has swung back to Golden State. But my man, y'all know he my man, Steph dropped a 43-piece on him. 43 and 10 rebounds. But the sleeper was Wiggins. 17 and 16. Now they was getting out rebounded a lot, but my man Wiggins was all over. That was the most rebounds he has recorded in any game.
He had that fourth quarter in game one that turned that game around. Bad pass from Curry, stolen by Brown. Brown drives, flips it up off the glass, it goes in. Oh, what a shot from Jaylen Brown.
Little highlight, Boston was getting it in. Speaking of Jaylen Brown, man, he was getting it in the first half. Third quarter, he was getting it in, but then all of a sudden, everybody was in the stands looking for him because don't know where he was at. Poor shooting night by Tate. Tatum had a poor shooting night, 8 of 23, man. He had 23 points and 11 rebounds, but that 8 of 23, you know it. The big stars got to show up and close out. Brown, like I say, he started off early, good, but he ended up 9 for 19, 21 points. Poole had a decent game, you know, but the key was Kerr slapped your man Green on the bench in the fourth. Put him on the bench for an extended period, man.
For most of the game.
Man, he had him on the bench and
he was
letting other players, because he was, what was he? Mr. Single Double. When he was turning the ball over, man, he looked real sloppy. Clay has returned. For me, he's one-dimensional now. It's all about the jump shot. He want to fade away. He's not going to the basket. I think it's mental because of the injury. Going to the basket, he ain't trusting his own body. But let's go ahead and talk about this, man. Let's go, Kevo. What was your thoughts on the game?
First of all, somebody finally showed up to help Steph out, and that was your man Wiggins, because Robert Williams was killing them on the boards, and the only people that was getting rebounds was Wiggins. He was getting putbacks, and he was going to the basket, opening it up for Steph. So Wiggins was huge last night. That's number one. Steve Kerr did right to bench Draymond Green because he's an offensive liability. He catches the ball, does not look at the basket, and he's waiting for Steph and them to come off screens. Meanwhile, his man is clogging up the lane because they know he's not going to shoot the ball. Steve Kerr figured it out. I can't have Looney and Draymond on the floor at the same time. One of them got to sit out. So Steve Kerr is figuring it out. They can get away with that against anybody else other than the number one defensive team in the league. Boston exposes that. So Steve Kerr did right. Draymond, sit down. I don't know what's in your head, brother, but sit down. Like a lot of times he catches the ball, he can actually drive, and he won't. He'll stand there, set a pick, and he's waiting on Steph and Clay instead of taking the ball to the basket, bro. You got to at least be a threat. Like, at least scare me that you want to score. Like, you got to be a threat. Other than that, you wasting time. It's 4 against 5. Steph did his thing. Steph is who he is. The dumbest thing you can ever do is set a pick and go under the screen on Steph Curry. I don't care if that's Williams. Like, I know what big man instincts are, but that's Steph Curry, bro. Like, you got to either get over it or Williams got to be standing at the three-point line already. Like, you can't go under. Get a layup, especially when he's on. You can't do that. Like, it's basketball one-on-one. Go ahead, Lefty. I'll let you get in. I could go in on Tatum, but I'm sure we will. But go ahead.
You're right. No, man, look. Everything you said, I agree with 100%. It's not surprising how the series is going, though. You know what I mean? It's back and forth. Like I said, if it goes 7, I'll take Golden State in Game 7. But Steph is finally having a Finals MVP type series, which is surprising. And what you said was so on point about defending them off the screen. I don't know what Al Horford and I think you hit it. Maybe it's instincts.
It's instincts as a big man.
Backs up, but dude, and Udoka will bench him when he do it too much. He'll be like, come sit down until you figure it out. But I think one of Boston's problems is they try to get into a shootout with Golden State. And I don't understand it when especially they don't have a shot blocker inside. You guys are constantly you're driving.
But he froze.
He froze. But I agree with what he was saying, man. You can't, like you said, Left. You can't go underneath the screens, you know,
at all.
And the big man sits in the paint. because Steph only needs a half a second to get his shot off. And last night it was just evident because they were the man coming over the top of the screen was close, but he had that half a second, boom, knockdown, boom, knockdown. And I don't know if you realize that the big center was kind of hobbled. He's been on one leg the whole season. Yeah, and you can tell because that's why he don't want to come up and kind of challenge. But dude, you are out there on the court. You got to step up. You got to step up, and otherwise they're gonna kill you all day long.
And you can see Udoka, like he'll call a timeout. He be in Horford's space. He be in Williams' space. Like, bro, you got to get up. You got to get up. And they'll go back out there and do the very same thing. And that's
why like you said, it's that instinct to protect the lane, to protect the lane over stepping up on the 3-pointer. But no, I was before I got cut off. Sorry, man, about that. I don't know what happened. Boston tends to get into this. They hit a 3-point. They try to go crazy with the threes. They try to get into this shootout, man. Instead, I saw at least 4 plays where guys drove and could have laid it up and kicked it out. Yep.
And it's cool when you hit a couple and you think, it's going well your way. But you can't compete with Golden State like that. Like, this is what they do.
If you start trying to shoot out, with them, it's gonna be bad.
It's a problem. It's a problem. But you know what? I also noticed when Steph goes to the pick and roll and he gets the big boy or he get Horford out there, he got him on skates, man. And he's playing very, very well where everything is not 3-3-3. He's going to the cup on these cats.
He's going to the basket.
The floaters. So now it's like, what do I do with him out here? I'm the big man on skates, and I'm like,
I'd rather give up the 2 than the 3.
Those are facts. Those are facts.
Well, see, that's why he'll dance with you, and then ultimately he'll get a float on. But the next time he's coming off, he's seeing what he already see where Williams is now. When Draymond comes set the screen, right? He already see where you're at. All he needs to get around just a hot second, and he's not coming to the line. He's behind the line.
Right.
Like he's not coming up. He's going sideways.
Right.
And all he needs is that little space. He already see where Williams can't get that fast enough. So he know he's going to get a shot on. He already know it.
And shout out to Steve Kerr with the adjustments, man. I love coaching and watching adjustments, but to figure out that you can't have Looney and Green out there together. He started Porter yesterday. I thought was a great move. The only problem I got with Kerr is his not having faith in his younger guys, Kuminga and those cats. Like
that's just like Will Folks is saying. Kuminga, he showed a lot of promise during the regular season to start to getting a donut on minutes, man. I don't know if he
Iguodala.
Right.
So did Moody. Look, they played in the Dallas series or the Memphis series. Kuminga and Moody played
in Memphis,
yeah.
So now you don't play them at all. And they're 2 of your most athletic cats. Like Tatum and Brown, them are athletic, man. Williams, and they're athletic. You got to put and no one said you got to start, right?
Right.
But it got to be spot minutes available for Moody. It got to be spot minutes available for Kuminga. He's your most athletic dude. So what you going to save him for next year? And then you're going to play him in the regular season like it's nothing. But now he can't get off the bench. Come on, man.
And that's what I understand because, like, you play in the regular season, so you are ready for the playoffs. Like you said, how you go from being one of the key guys in the rotation to donuts in the finals. Like, come on, man. Like, you just, roll with them. Like, you people with this experience thing, you can't get experience if you don't play.
Which is what Boston is going through now. This is their first fight.
Those are facts.
They learn in every game.
But Boston has been in the Eastern Conference Finals a few years. Like I'm not giving them a pass on that. Yeah. They went deep in the playoffs. I'm not gonna get them a pass. Tatum has to step up, and I still don't like the fact. I don't know if we talked about it last week or we just said it this week about whoever. I never said I was a superstar. That was the weakest statement you could ever make, especially during the damn finals.
Man, listen. What
You don't
have
make
I
a
been
statement
telling?
like that.
I've been saying Tatum needs to look in the mirror and realize that you the dude. You the dude. But one problem that I got with Tatum is what, 6'8", almost 6'9".
6'10".
6'10".
6'10".
Dude, he got a 7-foot wingspan, and when he goes to the cup, he brings that ball down. He brings it down instead of keeping it up high and just laying it up over everybody.
Exactly.
Or
The
getting
problem is,
the contact. Last night, he went to the basket when he missed that layup, trying to avoid the contact. You come on, man. Come on.
the problem is he's jump shot happy. He'll hit a couple threes. He'll shoot a little fadeaway or something, and then he falls in love with it instead of going to the basket. You're gonna
Come
get the
on,
calls, bro.
LeBron.
Sweet.
Come on, LeBron.
He light skin.
Hey,
He like
He don't look in the mirror to fix his hair.
here's what he needs to realize. You are the man. No one is gonna fault you when you shoot. Keep shooting, it's all good. But here's the thing: scorers get to the free throw line.
But he ain't even
You know
hitting
how many
free
free
throws.
throws Kevin Durant shoots?
He's not even
You know
hitting
what I
free throws.
Huh?
He's missing free throws.
Yeah.
But bro, what he doesn't do is go to the basket enough. He gets jump shot happy. That's why he's 8 for 23. And yeah, he'll hit a couple threes in a row and it'll look good. But you don't realize he's gonna miss the next 5.
You know what?
He don't take a dude. They switching little dudes on him. He ain't taking them to the block. He's shooting fadeaways. Dude, go to the
If mental midget was a damn person, because when he made that statement, he should never be allowed to wear a Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality shirt again in his life. Don't ever make a statement like that. If Kobe was alive, Kobe would have slapped the shit out of him.
Kobe would have called him immediately.
You don't get in front of the media and make that. So what he did was he built in an excuse. So when he has a bad game, wow, he never said I was a superstar.
Right.
Your teammates are looking to you, bro. And like you said, and he's selling for the jump shot because it's easier than going to the bucket, like you say, getting to the line. When he does get to the line, he's not hitting free throws. So, bro, either go up strong and finish at the rim, or hit the free throws, or sit the hell down, man. Because to me, Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart are more superstarish than him right now, acting more superstar. They're willing to try to take over games. Jason Tatum is disappointing me big time, man.
Yeah, Lefty.
Jaylen Brown is more.
They acting the role, but Jaylen
playing
Brown
one on TV.
They shot them out the game.
Yeah.
They shot them out the game in the fourth quarter because they stopped going to the basket. Like you said, they got jump shot happy trying to play Golden State's game. And when you play Golden State's game, guess what? They love it. They like LL. Love it. Love it.
I know I went in on Clay last week, but he showed up a little bit last night. He hit some key shots in the fourth quarter too. Now he showed missed a lot. Like if you watch Clay, you'll just be mad at him. Dude, take the ball to the basket. You're off right now. At least take the ball to the basket, get fouled, see the ball go through the free throw at the free throw line. See it go through the basket. And then it'll make you comfortable about your shot. It look like sometimes he just shoot to be shooting. You know, he's shooting off one leg, and man, what are you doing, bro?
And he's shooting off the leg that he feels is strong.
Yeah, and like you said,
Boston defense a little bit too, though.
But dude, it's up here with him, man. I really think it's up here.
Yeah, you gotta.
He's not trusting his body.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Ben said, he doesn't trust his body good enough to say, you know what, I'm about to go to the basket, because he'll try and then he'll pull up off one leg, fading away. Like he doesn't trust go to the basket.
I'll give you an example, Lefty. I'll give you an example. Game 3, when he went to the basket to dunk the ball and they blocked it from behind. Come on, man. He's 6'7". You was at the basket. That's all you had to do was do one of these.
Good defensive play, man.
Come on, man. That's all he had to do is turn the ball over and boom.
Look, man, we can't keep using Clay been out, don't trust his body. He been back 6 months, damn near. Like, come on now. It don't take a whole year to figure it out.
You can't tell he's playing a certain way.
I don't think we crediting Boston's defense enough. And I love Boston's one of the best defensive teams in the league.
I agree with that.
So people aren't, but I think when we start talking about Clay off and not doing this and not that, we're not giving Boston defense enough credit.
You see this?
You know what I mean?
Well, how come Steph is averaging 30 points a game then?
Because Steph is Steph.
You see this comment right here? Tatum is a product of Duke. They all have issues, injuries, folding under pressure, or they carry on.
Damn.
Hey, Booney, nice comment, man.
Great comment. Yeah.
Well, they're Kyrie.
And all the, Boston's young. And so I'm taking all excuses off the table with this. You know what I mean? Boston's young, they ain't been there before. Bullshit. It's an excuse. They not playing. And you got Udoka. I maybe give him a little bit of pass. He's a rookie head coach. This is his first. He got all the way to the NBA Finals because there's some adjustments I think he could make too, especially when he sees like sometimes he waits a little too long to pull Horford out, and then if you watch Golden State, as soon as they see Horford, they go straight to the pick and roll. They know he gonna play it wrong.
Yeah,
right. They go right out. Right. Well, Williams plays it a little better than Horford. But he'll wait till Steph hit like 3 or 4 in a row. Now he on fire. You know what I mean? Like
so he check.
And I think he's kind of slow on the timeout trigger too. Like whoa. You can't let Golden State start rocking and rolling like that. But they have been resilient against the runs, though. I give them that. But
see, this is why Boston is not gonna win the series, in my opinion. When you have a great win and you figured it out. Now, Steve Kerr is going to come back with an adjustment. No different than Boston is going to come back with an adjustment. That's cool. But how come Boston can never win 2 games in a row?
Yeah.
Can anybody answer that?
Yeah, I don't know.
How come you look like world beaters one day and the very next game you lose? The very next one. And they done lost more home games than road games. Explain that.
They sure have.
Like, you had a chance to put this series basically away last night.
They're getting hands put on them at home.
Yeah.
Just don't understand it, man.
Well, it's the as Mr. Tatum said, it's the lack of having a superstar, right? So for all the arguments,
is their superstar.
For all the arguments I get into about saying Tatum is still not quite a superstar, he's proven to you he's not a superstar because it's times, it's like if you look at the Mikes, the LeBrons, the stars, even Steph right now, I give Steph his props.
Whoa.
I'll give Steph his props. I'm not sly. I'm not a Steph.
You're right.
I'm not a Steph.
So if he's watching, I just want you to say that again.
I'll give Steph his props. When the team is kind of dragging, when things are kind of not going right, the superstars step up. You know what I mean? The superstars they put the team on their back, and they make it happen. And Boston just doesn't have that. And even in those back-to-back games, what you're seeing is, I don't know if the team's kind of dragging or they just kind of getting ahead of themselves, feeling like we got this. But Tatum got to put him on their back, man. He needs to become the superstar starting Monday.
Hey.
He needs.
But he has to know that himself.
Right.
You can look at him and tell, like, man, I want to take this shot, but now let me see if Jalen hot. Let me see if and that's on Marcus Smart too. You're the point guard. You might not be a national point guard, but you're the point guard. Tell this dude, hey, man, we coming to you. I need you. Like, somebody got to tell him, dude, you are the man for us.
Well,
you the dude, right?
Yeah,
like, somebody got to tell him.
What did I tell y'all? I think we was in the shop watching the last game. Somebody has to go. Whether you want to keep Tatum, Brown, whatever. One of them has to go, and you need to get a pure point guard that is going to do what you just said, Kev. And Jesse, I don't know what you watching, man. You must be watching on a little Betamax TV or something. Steph had one good game. I mean, dude, he had 30, 29,
man, he's averaging
43.
30 points a game.
Dude, what are you watching, man?
He definitely had more than one good game.
He's the MVP right now.
You got to be high.
Yeah, Jesse high.
Steph is proving himself in this series. He's definitely
the man is averaging 30.
Proving himself. Yeah, I give him his props.
Like,
I'm still not putting him on that top 10 above Kevin Durant thing. I don't care what happens in this series.
Somebody, if Steph wins this finals and he gets the MVP of the finals, which he's clearly the MVP right now,
runaway.
Somebody's gonna put him on the top 10. My only question is, who do you move out?
Right, most people gonna put him up there.
That's who do you move out? So we can't start doing that.
But hey, man, look, this series not over. After every game, the narrative changes, just like it did, the Miami series. This thing's gonna go back and forth.
I said Golden State in 7 from the beginning. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I expect what's going on now is back and forth, back and forth. But moving forward, let me ask y'all this. Do Steve Kerr continue to take Draymond out or don't start Looney? Because Porter really gave you nothing. He started him for offense. Once they realized he wasn't giving them nothing, he put Looney in.
But the threat of Porter on the floor helps. Sometimes the threat of somebody helps out.
It spreads out the floor.
It spreads out the floor, yeah.
It kind of made it easy for Looney when he came in the game because now they had the floor spread, so they was doing a lot of chasing, and he was getting a lot of offensive rebounds. He was cutting to the basket, getting a little easy dunks, you know. So it made it easy for Looney when he came off the bench.
Yeah, but
they should.
I'll go ahead, come on. My bad.
Kerr should play the surprise game at home Monday night. Spot could instead of grabbing Iguodala, who's 40 years old, instead of like Spot Moody in there, Spot Kuminga in there. He's just as athletic as Wiggins. You can put him on Tatum, right? He's just as athletic. Just let him earn some playing time, bro. Like, you got to switch it up because Boston is going to do something the next game defensively that's going to stymie Golden State again. And an unexpected player who's earned his time all year long should be able to play, man. When you going to play?
Yeah. So I got a question.
How you got him?
I got a question for y'all. Did Boston lose this series by not going up 3-1?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Why you say no, Lefty?
Because I think these teams it's a great matchup. They evenly match. Like no team stands out as like being that much better. And I mean, all that pretty much happened was, you know, both teams lost one on at home. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say it's over. And Boston has been proving all playoffs that man, they've been resilient. They can win on the road. So I'm never gonna count them out. No, they didn't lose.
Two of the next 3 is in Golden State, bro.
And what's their road record? 7.
They are great.
8-3.
I give you that. They are a great road team.
So,
but you're not beating Golden State in Game 7 at Golden State.
Look,
you're not. You should have went up 3-1 last night.
Kevo, we said Dallas wasn't beating Phoenix in Game 7 in Phoenix.
I did say that.
Game 7, anything could happen. Like I said, when it's one game, anything could happen. Derek White could get hot.
You trust Boston. The same Boston team that blew it last night. You trust them Game 7 at Golden State for the NBA championship. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying I'm going to bet on it. Well, I'm just saying I ain't counting them out.
Well, I know that.
One thing I got to say, I don't – Nia Long husband. I mean, baby daddy.
Dope. And then where's Nia Long? Oh, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's a good question, though.
She cheering at home because I seen a couple of social media videos where she watching the game at home, cheering, jumping up and down. I was like, jump, baby, jump.
I got a problem with him not having her at the game so we can watch her in the stands. I'm having an issue with that.
Right. I thought we were going to see the whole thing.
Those are facts. But the thing is, man, the Udoka got to stop. Horford should not be shooting them threes, man. He shouldn't.
He can hit them, though.
He is turning into Draymond Green shooting that 3.
But
in the last few games.
But at least he shoots the 3.
That right there, that's a fact. That's a fact. But he's starting to break. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's starting to break when he shoot. Yeah, and you can't get him to break.
But look, you can't leave him open. You can't just leave him out there. It's not like Draymond where you can damn near sit in the lane and be like, he with us, shoot. Horford can hit it, and you don't want him to get hot. And we, as we all know, man, he will have one of those games like he had in Game 1 every night.
What up?
Right, he probably due for one. Like he could have one next game. Like you just never know with Horford. But you know, so that's why I say, man, to count Boston out right now, even though they lost last night at home.
Lefty, your jump shot better than his.
I wouldn't. Okay, you're right. Anything can happen. I get you on the anything can happen, right?
I mean, they've been proving it all playoffs.
I don't trust this Boston team because they cannot win 2 in a row. In my opinion, they're not going to win 2 out of the next 3 games. They're just simply not.
So look, if they can't win 2 in a row, right? Look how it's going right now, right? So they'll win the next game, lose game 6, then it's they turn game 7. So
they
do
win next game.
They on track. So they pretty much on track right now.
And you know who I want to give some credit? GP2. GP2 played well. He played well last night. And man, he had some defensive stops. And what about the big man they got? Bargnani,
big boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
came in, I was shocked. Like, what are you doing in the game?
But hey, he gets some rebounds. Yeah. He rolls to the basket. Like he give him spot minutes, and that's what Kerr. That's what killed me about Kerr, bro. Don't be hesitant now. You didn't play all these cats all year, man, and they give you spot minutes. Why stop now? They're exposing you. You cannot have Looney and Draymond at the same time. Like, they're exposing you.
But Kevin, it's natural to kind of go with guys that have been there before, your veterans. You know what I mean? But he has to realize now, like, okay, I need to get these youngsters in there. I agree with you totally, but I'm just saying, as far as a defensive Steve Kerr, you do tend to try to lean more on your veterans in these.
He going off experience. I get it. Yeah. I get it. But dude, it's a series. Like you got a chance to do this throughout the series. Now, game 7, I got to go with the people I trust the most. I totally get that. Yeah. But throughout the series, it's adjustments, man. You're not going to lose if they get out there and they stage right or whatever. Sit them down. Like, but you got to mix it up. You know what I mean? Like,
it's too much on the line not to make those tough calls. Them tough calls, like. You could see it on Draymond's face, like he wanted to get back in the game, but I think he understood. Single double wasn't cutting it for this game.
Look, man, maybe he'll be the hell quiet a little more. You know what I mean? Like, shut up.
Focus on basketball.
I try to like Draymond Green, I do, but he just gets way outside his body, yelling at the refs on every call. Like, I was so happy Kerr just benched him yesterday. Let's call it what it is. He got benched. Thank you. Because he's out there trying to bully younger players and pushing guys around like he tough, which we know he not. You know what I mean? He just all mouth. He ain't no tough guy, man. So he out there. He played one on TV. He an actor. He like Omar from The Wire. Michael K. Williams wasn't really Omar, but he played Omar. That's all Draymond is. Wow. Serious, man. That's all it is. But and he hurting the team. And finally, Kerr realized it, and everybody else realized it. Look, you ain't getting the job done. Come over here and sit down. Now talk about that on your podcast Monday.
Right. How you got benched?
For Boston, whatchamacallit is hurting the team a tad bit. Smart. The flopping. He flopped 3 times, and what happened on 3 times? 3 ball.
But that's what he do, though.
3 ball. You got to play D, man. Stop all of that. Doing all of this. And, Derek Fisher, those days over with.
Yeah.
But
it seemed like the refs are taking control of the game again. They're taking the game back.
Shit, about time.
Yeah.
How many playoff games this year?
Smart can help out, too. Not really shooting a 3, but he could be a little more aggressive, going at stuff, going to the basket, which will then open up Tatum. Like Tatum and them get to go on 1-on-1. Smart, he'll shoot it because the shot clock running down. I think they need to get Williams involved a little more, which will put Looney in foul trouble. They can lob to him. Like, it's a lot of stuff Boston can do, man. They get to go on 1-on-1 and jacking up threes and turning the ball over. Golden State gonna win every time you do that. Every single time. Yeah, like, every time you turn the ball over, they're gonna go down and hit a 3.
Yeah, because they try, and I think on at least 4 or 5 plays I saw they tried that cross court pass, and Golden State was just waiting on it. Now at some point, you have to adjust as a player. I'm not gonna put that on the coach. As a player, if the help is playing the passing lane, then you got to get aggressive and go take the layup. You know what I mean? You got to get aggressive and take the layup.
Hey, before we keep going, want to give a shout out. We got Maurice producing for us. Maurice, what's your take?
What up? Well, I just say this. I just want to say this. Do you think that in certain aspects that Golden State should go to the 3-point shot, or they need to go more so to the basket and then to open up the 3-pointer? because I seen in that game they were just shooting up shots and they wasn't making them. I think that they should go to the basket, do some old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go to the basket and open that 3-point thing up. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, that'd be easier if Robert Williams wasn't in there blocking everything.
Right.
Right. But I'm saying, but they
getting
say
every rebound.
But they say as you playing ball, you don't run away from a shot blocker. You continue to go aggressive to the shot blocker to make him get in foul trouble. That was the rule, man.
Hey.
Well,
that's true.
This is a new NBA. So
when I was playing ball, the coach said it's good if he block your first shot. Exactly. Now he's gonna think he can block every shot after that. And Kev, what do? You go right into his chest.
Go into him. You go into him with
right
your
into his chest.
Well, first and guess what? You ain't never seen a shot you didn't like. Let's start there.
Hey,
Brandon Ingram Jr.
Hey.
Not BI.
Hey.
You ain't never seen a shot you didn't like.
Hey,
I played with you, but what? How many years you played together? We played a while.
So you was a gun.
Hey, never seen a shot you didn't like. So let's
start. The black hole type.
So let's start right there.
Lefty, I was the closest thing that you ever saw to Steph on the court. How about that?
I'm not gonna say all that. You get beside yourself a little bit, but that's okay. Go ahead. You can have it. You have your side.
So in other words, we swing the ball to you, it ain't coming back.
We all go to the basket. Ben touch it, go to the basket. Try to get a rebound. If it don't go in, now he'll get hot. He'll heat up. But you knew to crash the board. When Ben touched the ball, crash the board because it ain't coming back.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
Come on, man.
Get a little 15-foot jump shot, you know what I'm saying? And then just open up that 3-pointer, man. Then you open it up. I don't think they should go straight because, like I said.
Well, that was Wiggins last night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was Wiggins last night. He was taking the mid-range. He missed, and then he went and got the board.
But Wiggins will go to the basket, though.
Yeah.
Wiggins will definitely go to the basket. But you know what? Golden State being Golden State, though.
Yeah.
And they don't
be afraid of the shot blocker, man, because that's what they're for.
Yeah.
But you can put them in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? You got players that can put the guy in foul trouble. You want to make it easy for your team, you know, as much as possible by doing stuff like that. Seeing what's going on out on the field or on the court, and you want to make adjustments accordingly. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Golden State prides itself on moving the ball, which is why they constantly moving, which is why they get a lot of back cuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll kick it out for three. They always move. Like they always moving. Whereas when Brown and Tatum gets the ball, other people are just standing and watching. It's entirely different system.
ISO ball. And
sometimes they get hot, they hit incredible shots. But when they miss them, Golden State is going down scoring every time.
Well, you know what? I think it's time for a little Lefty's logic because he got something to say about the comparison. And this is your boy, Draymond Green. So, Maurice, if you run that intro for Lefty's logic.
Lefty's logic.
Uh-oh.
Back. You good? Hey, welcome to Lefty's Logic. Thank you guys for tuning in this Saturday morning. Joining us as usual on this beautiful day. Yes, today I just got on Draymond Green's case. I know, but every now and then Draymond will say something that make a little sense. And I guess it was like about 2 days ago in the press conference, he was stating how the comparisons between the old school players and the players of today. And you know, he seemed a little fed up with all the talk of the physicality and this, that, and other. And he made a great point of guys are running around like some of these old school guys are running around like they was the dude, like they was the one punching people or punking people. And Draymond made a great point in stating that, dude, you was getting bullied. You wasn't the bully. So to make the statement that like saying what era guys can play in and couldn't play in, and then he dropped the mic when he said a lot of you guys didn't have the skills to play in today's game, the skill set. Which was so on point, and I hear JJ Redick defends it a lot as well. If you ever watch First Take and on ESPN, JJ Redick definitely defends the new school players. They do catch a lot of flack. The game is soft, all this, and I get it because I get frustrated with a lot of things in this game too. But I don't think the players of today don't get enough credit for being, you know, having a skill set. It's a positionless game now compared to back in the 80s and 90s. You were kind of like you had one skill set. Like you were a shooter, you were a rebounder, you were a shot blocker, you were just a point guard who just distribute the ball. You got to be able to do everything now. So the game has definitely changed, but for us to keep shitting on the young players, to me is bad. And I'm glad they finally speaking up for themselves. And Draymond's, even though he shouldn't be the one probably speaking up for anybody, but at least he stepped up and spoke for him. JJ Redick defends them a lot as well. So I'm glad to hear that. So that's just a quick Lefty's logic, man. Salute to the new school, man.
Lefty, I loved the comment, man, because like you say, you was spot on. The players of today's date are so athletically gifted, man. And then like the one thing you said, it's a positionless game now. Yeah. Like back in the day, you had the center. He went from basket to basket, basket to basket. That's all he did. Your shooter, he came off screens and he just shot the ball, you know. Now, everybody on the court can do all of those things. And it's crazy. But that was so key when he said, a lot of y'all that's talking was the ones that was getting bullied.
Y'all wasn't the ones bullying nobody.
Right.
He said y'all wasn't doing the punch.
He said Will Lambier, Rick Mahorn, them was the dudes. Them was the dudes. Yeah, they give it to you. But the rest of y'all
that was their job. Their job was to bully people.
That was their position.
Right. Bully.
Bully. In their bio, it says Rick Mahorn, 6'10",
right.
Bully. That's it.
Bully.
Kev, you kind of froze up on this.
So until Kev jumped back. Yeah, so that like it is, that's a great point. And I'll be glad when we get this 90s thing out of there as the greatest era of basketball. I get it because Michael Jordan played, but the 90s, they wasn't punching people like that. You had a few little scuffles, but the 80s was the era when they was really, when dudes was getting beat up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like, literally.
Kurt Rambis got clothesline. and they said, play on. Like, it wasn't no flagrant fouls. It wasn't none of that.
Nothing.
It wasn't none of that.
Yeah, it's safe to say that the only team, late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, Detroit Pistons, you know, that's probably one of the teams. Then later, New York Knicks started doing that.
Knicks and the Heat.
Yeah. The Knicks had some tough guys, you know, but they had those guys like that. But the rules had changed. People realized the flagrant foul didn't get introduced into the 90s.
Right.
Wasn't no flagrant foul in the 80s.
Right.
And Green also made a good point of fine was $2 back then. You know
right.
You ain't getting hit for millions. You know what I'm saying? You getting suspended, fined, everything happened now. So
you losing endorsements, all of that. It's more to lose now than ever back in the day. Because I remember watching the game where Kareem, he was getting beat up, banged, and he just turned around and yak out. It was just like, man, it was just commonplace, like he was on the playground.
Dude, do you remember the game, a preseason game, when Boston and Philly went at it on the jump ball?
Dude,
it was like
I know you were going to say, but I was just going to say, do y'all remember when Dr. J stole on Larry Bird?
Man,
remember that?
Man.
Was that the game you talking about, Lucky?
No. This was a preseason game. Like they went dead at it. As soon as the jump ball, it was just on site. It was one of them, on my mama, when I see you. It's on site when I see you.
Angry Man is not here today, but we got a resident filling in for him. His name is Jesse. Jesse been in the comments
last night too.
He be in the comments. Maybe he's still off that whiskey.
We definitely drank it.
Man,
he don't like Mike though. Y'all know that.
But I mean, he not lying though. I mean, the Bulls didn't win to the 90s, and I'm not saying this because of the game change. I'm just saying the 80s. To me, that era, when they talk physicality, that era was physical. Like, it wasn't like that in the 90s. You had some, like you said, you had a few teams that had the tough guys on it, but not like the 80s. I think everybody had a goon in the 80s. You had to have a goon.
Everybody had a goon.
Yeah,
but see, this is why it's stupid to compare eras, man.
Xavier
the
McDaniel.
60s basketball wasn't nothing like the 80s basketball.
Yeah,
the 90s and 2000s was nothing. So this it's messed up to compare eras. We can't say with this team with it. It was a different era.
Right.
The game was different.
And people also forget about the fact that the zone plays such a big part, in today's game. I think it plays a part in why so many 3-point shots are going up too. You see how many guys can just sit in the lane and collapse when Tatum gets the ball and drives, and Giannis, when these guys. Imagine if you.
It's called the wall.
Right. Imagine if you couldn't have a wall and you had to guard Giannis or LeBron or KD. You know what I'm saying? Where these guys would just go past you and you have to try to come over late and try to help out. You'll get dunked on 5 times a game. Easily.
It would be disrespectful with some of the things that would happen if you couldn't that zone up play.
Yeah,
and
play that wall.
When was the last time you saw legal defense called? I mean, you probably can count it on your hand in the playoffs how many times legal defense was called.
Dude, I don't even know.
It ain't no legal defense now because everybody switch everything. Don't nobody fight to get through picks or none of that. So it's just switch. Nope. No, that's the NBA defense now. Let's just switch.
And plus they do that Euro step thing, which is travel all the time. I just want to reiterate that. I just want to acknowledge that it's travel every time, bro. Every time.
Pritchard traveled so bad last night, they ought to have Steve Jabby come down on the court. That's when Steve Kerr got that check. Man. I mean, he traveled bad, bro.
The man did the cha-cha slide. He went out, to the left, to the right.
They don't even cover it up. They don't even cover it up nowadays. They just go with it. They can they'll take 8 steps before they let the ball go out there.
Hey,
bro, Tatum was looking at him like, damn, bro.
Hey, Lefty said me and him played together for a long time, and I gotta say, Lefty created the Euro step, but he didn't know it because he was awkward, left-handed and awkward, so he had the Euro step back in the day.
He created the Euro step.
Don't you ever disrespect
Ginobili. Hey,
like that again.
because he was awkward, not because he was doing it on purpose.
Nah, that's because you was cockeyed and you was looking slow.
Well, what he do in the layup line then?
Hey, hey, he had the Euro step in.
I still don't know how to Euro step to this day. I still don't know how to do that. Hey, dude, I don't know what a travel is. I don't know what carries. I don't know illegal defense. I don't know what 3 seconds is.
Hey,
I do not have a clue no more.
That cha-cha step to the side.
Oh my God!
I don't even know what that is, man. It's like it's like a bat.
Yeah.
James Harden.
And the ball has not touched the floor
at all.
No.
It's a
two
jab and a big step back
over the way
and a jump step back and I'm like, what is going? And I always thought a jump stop was both feet hitting the ground. I know when we played, a jump stop was both feet hitting the ground. Yeah. These cats take 2 steps, jump, the right foot of land, then the left foot of land. I'm like, dang.
They be like to the left, to the left, to the right.
Bro,
right.
A dude shouldn't be a whole space over from
man. With it, that's all. That's what that is. That's ghetto hokey pokey, man.
Ghetto hokey pokey.
Yeah,
bro. There's no way I'm guarding a cat, and he picks up his dribble, and he's no longer in front of me. He's a whole space over without dribble. Now explain that. Now, that ain't traveling, bro. Now you stop dribbling over here.
What's a pivot, Kev? What's a pivot foot now?
He had the ball right here.
Hey.
Whatever foot you choose,
right?
After you've already picked up your dribble,
whenever you choose,
the foot of choice, the foot of choice,
whatever you want to do. You know what? I'm stuck. Let me step to the left, then to the right, then I'm gonna jump back.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? It's crazy. So some of the topics that was that hit social media during the week. Hornets hire Golden State assistants. They pulling from that tree. Kenny Atkinson is the new head coach. Mike Brown, he got pulled for the Kings. So when the team is winning, it's just like college basketball. You go find a tournament, somebody's picking off that tree.
Well, first of all, Mike Brown will be back. So just hold his seat. He'll be back. So, just hold his seat. Steve Kerr know that.
What's the over and under?
Steve Kerr don't replace him.
What's the over and under?
Just hold his seat. He'll be back.
What's
the over and under, Kevin?
Just saying, man. About 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years.
I'll take the under.
Come on, man. He'll be back. He gonna hold his seat.
he gonna replace Atchison. I guarantee you, he won't replace Mike Brown. I guarantee you. He'll be back.
Oh my God, man. Y'all, you wrong for that, Kev.
You got the under. Hey, Lucky, you got the under 2 years.
The under. Well, I'll take the under on 3 years. I'll take the under on 3 years. I'll take the under on 3. Hey, when he packing up this locker, they're gonna say, "Hey, just leave it open."
Hey,
don't put nobody in his office. He'll be back soon.
Sacramento ain't been good since Bibby, Weber, and Peja.
That's facts.
And Vlade. And
I'm a Laker fan.
That's like
and they were actually
years,
a better
man.
team than the Lakers that year. The Lakers beat them. I think Peja was coming off injury. Like, they had the squad. Like, whoever won that series was gonna win the chip. Like, they had a squad, bro.
That was probably one of the best
Bobby
teams
Jackson,
that never won it.
Peja, dude.
Hey,
they had a squad.
On the side note, look on social media and look up Peja's son. He a teenager, 6'8". Whew. I saw some clips of him.
6'8".
I saw some clips of him, man. And when I say he got his daddy's package, he was going to the rack. He was shooting the fadeaway, and I think he like
stop.
Okay, Lefty.
Yeah, that was a little dark. I understand what you were saying.
Like I get it,
Pause.
but if somebody watching, it may not understood what was going on. They may have tuned in the Pornhub instead of the show.
That was dark, man. That was dark.
Okay, continue.
I understood what you were saying, but I was gonna let you ride.
He has his father's skills, and I think he's like 14 or 15.
That's better. Thanks.
Yeah, I apologize to everybody out there. This is not Pornhub, you know.
And actually, I was gonna let you finish the whole thing and then address it. That's exactly what
I had to stop it. It had to stop somewhere. It had to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't let my man go out like that, man. Like, you need to say that.
Yeah, that was Bobby Jenkins. That was Jinx. That was Jinx.
It's a national show, fam.
Come on, man. Lefty, this one for you, man. Mm-hmm. Your boy is a recent billionaire, right?
Yes, sir.
LBJ. Now, you know he has been coming out talking about he wants his own team, but guess where he wanted at? Vegas, baby. Vegas.
Hey. Look, man, the man.
I'll be there.
Facts. Well, Kevin, that's your third home next to Arizona. Kevin always done it. Hey, look, man, LeBron, like a businessman, he planting the seeds. He knows exactly what he's doing. And, you know, for all the LeBron, Michael Jordan arguments, because I think it was a debate in the shop about that. Somebody was like, oh, LeBron a billionaire. Michael in his second billion. I was like, come on, man. We're not finna just keep doing that.
That's idiotic.
Yeah, and because let's face it, Mike paved the way for these cats getting the money that they get. Mike made being an athlete a brand, right? Let's start with Mike. Let's always give him his props on that. And man, LeBron know what he's doing. It's big money in Vegas. He see what the Raiders doing. The type of money they're gonna pour in. It's one of the biggest tourist attractions in the country. That's why he's a billionaire. He makes moves like that. You know
and he's gonna mess around and get it.
He gonna get it. He gonna definitely get it.
Who's gonna deny him when he retire and he put that bread up? And more than likely he'll have a team, but he'll be a majority owner. Yeah, I can see it happen.
You already know how it's gonna go.
Now, talking about teams, the Pelicans. Vice President of Operations David Griffin calls the Zion Max deal an easy decision. My question to y'all, would you pay him the max, KDL?
First of all, no. He would go into free agency with me because next year he has to prove to me that he can stay healthy an entire year. I'm not going to give you nothing, Max. You ain't earned that. You played 1 year since you've been in the league, bro. You've been more hype than basketball play. So, no, you're going to earn it from me. Maybe somebody else will give it to you. That's cool.
Well, we can go back to Boney comment. He from Duke. Carry on.
Well, Grant Hill was my favorite Duke player. That's number one. I can't stand Christian Laettner to save my life. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not giving you a max deal, bro, unless you prove to me you can stay healthy. I'm not. This ain't got nothing to do with the skills and none of that. Because when he played, he was killed.
You're bad boy.
But bro, I'm watching basketball. I don't need you sitting up doing nacho commercials and you way out of town training and man, get out of here. You ain't gonna get no max from me. You gonna play this year, sir, and we'll talk about it.
You say eat nachos?
Yeah, remember he was on the Super Bowl commercial eating nachos.
Yeah, unless he give us some, then I don't want to say nothing.
Hey man, just say you look.
Nachos and Mountain Dew.
Right. Look, you're gonna pay Zion just because. I guess you have to. You know what I mean? I get it. Like I get exactly. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, Kevin. I wouldn't. If it was like a personal thing for me, I wouldn't pay him either. He hasn't proven anything, but his ceiling is still through the roof, man. Like if he ever get it together and get on that court, dude, he a bad boy, man.
Yeah, he is.
Don't bad boy, man. Yeah.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying he's eventually not going to get the money. Somebody will. I get that wholeheartedly. I get it. But I drafted you, and you haven't earned a max contract, bro. And we still paying you.
Well, Lefty, he's that dude when he's healthy and playing at a light heavyweight instead of a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Somebody need to tell him that too.
Yeah, but you know what? And shout out to Angry Man Sly. Me and Sly were talking the other day, and he made a great point about guys are paid on what they think they're going to do, instead of what they have done. You know what I mean? So Zion's going to get it just based off that. You know, when if he ever plays a full season, he's going to be an all-star. You know, he's exciting. He's going to fill the stands. He's exciting to watch when he's out there. So he's going to get it.
He's going to get it. He just want to get it from me if I was New Orleans.
Right. You personally.
He's going to get it.
Hey, Jesse going in, man. KD was injured.
Yeah, would you have paid KD? KD was hurt. Yeah, but KD track record is way better.
Here go another one. Would you have paid Kawhi?
But KD and Kawhi's track record.
Yeah, but look at what they had did.
Like Zion, it's two different.
Exactly. Look at what they had did when they were up for a contract. Of course, you would have paid them.
I think next year, Barry. I think next year is
it's next year.
After next season.
Right, after next season.
Yeah, after next season. They can give him an extension now and get it over with. Or
Now I wouldn't extend him. I would be careful extending him, but you know how that goes. If they don't extend him, he's gonna be pissed off, then he's gonna demand a trade, and then you're gonna have to go through all that drama and all that. But at some point, the owner's got to draw a line in the sand, you know, in all sports, basketball, football, and everything, and say, look, I'm not gonna keep just shelling out, paying guys $30-40 million a year, and then you pull a Ben Simmons on me. You know what I'm saying? So
what was box office? I'm trying to understand box office.
Hey Jesse, what's box office?
I mean, he's a show though, man. When he out there, dude is a show. He's definitely.
Has he ever played 80? How long he been in the league? 3 years, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
How many games have he played in the NBA?
25.
Hey, he got a new haircut too, man. Hey, he got a new haircut. Zion, dude, you see it?
Right.
All them damn lines in it.
Yeah. Hey, but what Zion has to get himself together is he's going to hurt himself off the court as far as endorsements if he's not out there. Yeah. You notice, like, it's year 3, he should have way more endorsements, and right now it looks like Ja Morant is definitely surpassed him and looking like the dude right now.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, because he plays.
I haven't seen them pubbing his shoe up since it dropped.
What does his shoe look like? Does anybody know?
It got, that little crooked Z that his barber be putting in his hair. It got that on the side of it, and that's all I can remember about the shoe.
Damn,
bro, I ain't never seen the shoe.
I don't remember seeing it either.
It's the hair, not the shoe, man. It's the hair. So he got that little zig. Yeah, I think it's the little zigzag line, like you said.
Well,
yes.
So what he gonna get a barbershop endorsement?
Probably is. He gonna get a bunch of clippers. There's a life-size supply of clippers.
Get you these Zions.
He gonna have his own liners. His own liners. Hey, and shout out to Sean in the background, man. MJ, the first 30 million a year player in the NBA, 96, 97, 98. Next one wasn't until 20 years later. Just some facts that Sean threw out there for us, man. I didn't realize the next player wasn't until 20 years later. I just realizing that.
Hey, Superback, come in here for a second. Say what's up to the people, man. The Superback is with us today, baby.
What up, Sean?
Sorry, I gotta learn how to unmute myself. What's up, fellas, man? How you doing? Man, you guys, I'm telling you, you guys, it's either you or What's Up, Cuz. Those two are one of the best shows on this fucking platform, bro. You guys are just hilarious. I love it. I got a good show, but damn, dude, you had me almost piss myself sometimes. And I check in. I check in usually just about every week, and I just love it, man. I love it. I love the conversation. I love it because that's how you know why I love it, because that's how we've been talking since we've been 5, 6, 7 years old. That's how we've been doing. Man. So you guys have me pissing over here, man. It's hilarious. I love it. I love it, man. And
Appreciate the love,
I just wanted you to do your thing, man. And I'm just loving watching you guys, bro.
Yeah,
appreciate it, bro.
Tell them where they can find your show at, man.
Oh, you can find me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sean and Maya in the morning right here on SportsZone Chicago, 9 a.m. to noon Central Time. You can check it out. And, man, it's good. It's good, but I'm telling you, it's not as good as this show. It's not as good as What's Up, Cuz. And trust me, that's a tough pill to swallow, but I'm happy you guys that your show is phenomenal. You got a huge following. I can't be happy. I can't be happier. All right, so I love it, man. Just keep
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, if all y'all out there, Sean is a Super Sox fan, so you Cubs fans feel free to get on this show and throw darts at him.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, hey, throw the darts because I'll be the Matrix. I'll be like, right there. Ain't gonna fall. I'll come at you, and all I gotta tell the Cub fans, listen, if you guys were dumb enough to buy tickets when the Cubs created a brokerage, sold tickets to themselves, and then resold them to the fans at a higher price, if you're dumb enough to do that, good. Be a Cub fan. Go ahead. Do that. Wow. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Right.
Hey, but your conversation on the NBA Finals was on point, man. It was good. So many different things you were talking about with the drop defense with Steph, but that's what they were doing. We talked about it on my show when they were trying to get. They were trying. I had a Golden State girl who covers the Golden State Warriors on, and I was like, well, what matchups are they going to do? Because if you notice, that's strategic. You're picking with the big guys. You're picking Steph with the big guys. So now you got Tito Horford on them, or you got Williams, and they're scared out there because they don't know what to do. And you back up, he hits a three. You come up, he goes by you. So they didn't do that a lot in the previous game. They got back to it a lot yesterday, and it showed. Steph just snapped, man. Steph shows you, I belong in that conversation of one of the greatest. He ain't gonna be the greatest, but he'll be in that conversation once he wins that Finals MVP if they can pull it out. I'm scared because Boston's 8-3 on the road, man. Yeah. And they faced Game 6. Remember Game 6 elimination against the Bucks. They had to win, and they did.
Yeah.
So it's not a foregone conclusion that Golden State is going to win. I want Golden State. Don't get me wrong. I want Golden State. I want Steph to get it. I want Steph to be in that conversation. I love me some Steph. I met him a couple times when I was working at the Under Armour store years ago. Cool dude. He's so cool. He's so nice. I thought it was fake, man. I just thought he was like just being fake, and he is just that type of dude. So I want them to win. But Boston, who said it on? Was it you, Lucky? I don't. You or KDL? Where Tatum doesn't embrace that superstar role. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to be like, no, I'm the damn man. There should be an argument between Tatum and Brown. Like, I'm the man. No, I'm the man. No, I'm the man. That's the type of mentality. And whoever said he shouldn't wear purple and gold, you damn right. Kobe's turning his grave when he said that.
Next time he wear a Marvel shirt, somebody should slap them curls out his head.
Yeah. Man, Kobe would have called him after every game, like, dude, what are you doing, man? You the man. Like, he needs somebody in his ear like that.
Yep. Get in his face, get in his ear, and pump him up because he just don't believe. But yeah, this series is going good, man. I hope it goes 7. I know the networks hope it goes 7, but I hope it goes 7. It's fun as hell, man.
So if it's 7, it'd be, is it Friday night or next Friday?
You know what?
No, because they play what? Monday.
Monday is game.
Wednesday got to be Wednesday.
Wednesday, then Sunday.
They'll put game 7. They're gonna stretch it out to Father's Day, man. You know how they do that.
Sunday, June 19th. Yeah, it'll be game 7.
Yeah. Oh wow, that'll be a Father's Day present.
Yeah. Right.
We don't know about that here in Chicago. We don't play Game 7s in the finals. Sorry, we don't know about that.
Those are facts. Those are facts. Hey, Kevo, I got a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Darvin Ham, Lakers' new coach, he cleaning house. He added Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed, is he like coming in specifically for AD?
I hope so. I hope Darvin Ham get on him. I hope Sheed push him. Yeah. And they need to tell him, Sheed need to tell him, hey, bro, I played center before. This is what's best for the team. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Like, somebody need to tell him that. He don't want to play center. But for our lineup, LeBron should never be playing center. It should be you. So I hope Sheed pushes her. I hope Darvin Ham pushes her. I hope someone gets his ass in shape this summer, like real shape, and don't try to get in shape during preseason. Like, I hope someone pushes him. I hope so.
Well, they can start with telling his big ass to stop falling all over the damn place. Play strong.
Yeah. Well, that's true too.
Like play strong. This dude, like these big men who are constantly on the ground, irks the hell out of me, man. Like,
get in the weight room, man.
Yeah,
get in the goddamn
strong.
weight room.
That's it.
Look at the Greek Freak. You see him when he first came out. He was like, he looked like a dental floss, and now he's not bulky, but you can tell he's bigger. And he uses that strength in that Euro step that you guys are talking about that created back in the day. He carries that, and he initiates contact. He's not bulky. He's not muscle bound. You know, Anthony Davis needs to hit the weight room, man, and that bothers me because if you notice, when you don't work on your game every year, look at Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah had one of the ugliest jump shots ever. What did he do? He did something every year. You saw him get bigger every year.
Yep.
Right. He worked on rebounding. He worked on passing. Every year he added something to his game. The fact that AD doesn't add stuff to his game, like the fact that he's not in the weight room, boggles my mind. Like, why wouldn't you want to be one of the best? You know, because you have the ability to shoot from the outside. You have the ability to post up. You have the ability to put it on the floor. You have the ability to block shots. You have the ability to change the game on each side of the court, and you just don't give a damn.
First of all, he is on the team with a man that spends $1 million on his body a year, and you ain't tapped in. You haven't tapped into that, man. Come on.
What? You don't pick up on that.
Throw him 250,000. Get in on some of them sessions, man.
Man, straight up.
Nothing to 250 ain't nothing to him.
It ain't nothing.
Dude, he came there to get a chip. He got that chip. He got that bag. It is what it is.
Hey, at least he could buy the tunnel that LeBron is promoting. Something,
right? We were talking about it yesterday. It's clear these guys didn't grow up playing on concrete. Because I tell you, man, we could play for months at a time and we never hit the ground. You didn't want to hit that concrete.
You don't want to hit that concrete.
You never did.
These guys stay on the ground for whether they flopping or one little push, little nudge, and they
Embiid does too,
all over the place. Embiid is the worst. He's actually the worst. He gets on my nerves.
Hey, back when we were shorties,
Euro stuff.
Yeah.
Back when we were shorties, if you hit that concrete, your mama was putting that Mercure call on you.
Ooh, that Mercure call was the worst thing in the world.
And it used to burn.
Dude, I used to try to run water. I would try to run water straight. Like, I'm good now.
Oh, that's
you gonna get this work.
Mama say, boy, come here. You're like,
right.
No, but back to Darvin Ham. I think one thing this new coaching staff is going to bring is accountability. I believe, with former players, I think they tend to hold guys more accountable. And I think they can speak the language a little more. You gotta, dealing with these millionaires now, it's not like the old days when the coach was authority figure. A lot of them feel like, I make more than you, I can get you fired. So shut the hell up. I can't see LeBron or somebody blowing off Darvin Ham or Rasheed Wallace on the sideline. Or it could be Udonis Haslam, Jimmy Butler moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like them dudes that get at you,
All right. So
I think it was a good hire overall, though.
Sean, we're gonna put you in on here. Who you smoking with? Right? We do this from time to time. I throw out a couple of teams, players, names, or whatever. You tell me who you smoking with, all right? So who will have a better team next year? Lakers, they got the new coach, AD back, a pissed off LeBron James, but then they got Russ will be back. You got the Clippers, Kawhi will be back. The Nets, no restrictions on Kyrie. Simmons will be back. And then you got the Sixers. They got a full year with Embiid and Harden combo. Who will have a better team next year? KDL, I'll let you go first.
Breaks my heart to say this because I don't give a damn about them. But I think the Clippers, fully healthy, will have the best team out of all those teams next year.
Ooh,
the Lakers are old, man. And if you bring in Westbrook back, I don't care what Darvin Ham. You need to reevaluate. If the Russ still got something in the tank, don't bring him back. He does not fit. Everybody knows it. You're going to be frustrated by November. So that alone, I got to go with the Clippers, man. If Kawhi is back, if they're fully healthy, and the pieces they added, dude from Portland, like they got a squad, bro, with Kawhi.
They do.
Wow.
Kyrie is still Kyrie. Stop it. They ain't going nowhere. Trust me on it.
Lefty, who you going with?
Well, Kev, you forgot Kyrie's sister's birthday is every year too, and she's gonna have a party.
Yeah.
So Kyrie's gonna miss that game.
or something might happen in the country to where you got to take off that day.
Right. Man, you know what, man? It's a great question. It's tough. I'm with you on the Lakers as long as Russ is on there, and the problem with the Lakers is more than just injuries. That roster is shit. That roster is a mess. So I got to eliminate the Lakers. I just don't trust the head cases in Ben Simmons and Kyrie in Brooklyn. I don't trust Harden because you never know when he's gonna go on a gyro eating spree and go to the strip club and lose his mind. So you know what? I'm with Kev, man. I'm gonna say the Clippers. I think the Clippers will have the best chance. You know. That's all I got.
All right, Sean.
I think, and you guys are gonna kill me on this, man. I think I say the Nets because if and there's a big if, but if Kyrie, and I know, there might be another, he might catch the flu and miss, can't play a couple games, and his soft ass always wants to sit out and load manage or whatever. But if he plays and KD stays and plays, and then Ben Simmons, because you don't need Ben Simmons to score. Like you got those two. Ben Simmons, you just got Ben at 6'12", with an 8-foot wingspan.
6'12".
Come on, man. You just lock up whoever they got. All right, just play defense. Just play defense, and you'll be straight. I think the Nets, man. I think the Nets.
Wow. You picking a team with Kyrie and Ben Simmons on it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Hey, look. They don't need a head coach. They don't need a head coach. They need a psychologist. They need somebody to sit there. And it should be a couch on the bench.
To get one.
They do. It should be a couch instead of a bench. Lay down. Let's talk about it, and let's get you together. So we got to play.
Did he really hit you? Did he really foul you when you're up to the basket? Yes.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just part of the game. I will tell him not to foul me so hard next time. and make Kyrie stop watching the news because he see one sad story on the news, he gonna take off 10 games.
He gonna take off. Mr. PTO.
Listen. Ramadan been killing dude because he eating fruit cups on the bench trying to keep his energy up.
That's right. I forgot about his Ramadan because that'll affect him too.
Man,
when you
then you got a dude who hurt his back and ain't played since June of 21.
Oh,
you tell me.
I think just a whole off season because how everything just happened mid season when the trades and everything. I think coming back this whole year, and I just think that the Nets are going to be much better. I mean, they can't be much worse, but they're going to be much better. They're going to have some chemistry. They'll have. I mean, I'm not picking them to win a ship or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying they'll have. I think they'll have the best record out of all those guys. The Lakers, you guys hit it on the head. The age, the whole. There's too many pieces. Russ don't fit. Philly. I don't know. I don't know. I think they need one more guy. I know Maxey was doing well, but is he can be consistent? Is he going to be consistent next year? It was good in the playoffs. It was good for a while, but you got to do that every year.
It depends on what he do in the summer. And I have to go back to Doc Rivers when Maxey came to him and said, hey, what do I need to work on this summer? He was like, not today. We'll talk about it. Come on, this man was trying to get in the gym and get himself better, but you want to say, oh, we had a long season. come on, man. Come on, Doc. You got to do better.
What, him and Matt Nagy do the school of coaching together?
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's Matt Nagy.
Do you all agree, as far as talking back to Brooklyn, that KD needs to be the guy to pull them together?
Yep.
Whether it's in the off season.
Not him, dog.
But is he right? Is
Not
he
his nature.
capable of doing that? Is he
Not his
capable of
nature.
saying, guys, we got one goal, let's win a championship, let's come together? Like he needs to be that leader, not just the best player on the team, but he needs to lead that team.
So, Lefty, I'm gonna answer.
That's not his natural personality.
The only way that he'll be able to do that if he can wear a fanny pack during the game and he can pull his phone out and tweet to him what he needs to say, they'd be all right then.
Yeah,
His thumbs
we
are
know he's
thuggish.
good at that.
He's a thuggish thumb.
Imagine him with a fanny pack. Hold on.
Hey, he got more than enough money to have somebody in the stands with a tweet for him, like, "Hey, tweet him." As you run up
Right.
down somebody in the stands, like, all right.
Hey, man, I want to get into In the Box, man. Sean, if you want to stay in with this, I'm going to call it New Kids on the Block because this right here was a big story doing it. So run that intro for In the Box and let's get in like we do it in the cigar shops and let's argue.
Okay, people, you know what time it is. It's time to go in the box. Brought to you by Humidor Sports and Cigars. Oh, yeah, and we're sponsored by Clouds of Smoke Cigars. Let's get it.
All right, fellas. I call this one New Kids on the Block because if y'all hadn't seen, the PGA Tour is in an uproar about the Live Tour. Now, they just handed down suspensions to any PGA player that crossed over and played in this tournament this weekend. Now, based on what they said, they have never like openly came out and shared, oh, we suspended this player. They had always kept that stuff under wraps behind closed doors, but now they're coming out. But the thing is, they've never had any competition all these years. Now you got a new kid on the block, and now, oh my God, what's going on? They can't do this. They can't, man. Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson. I mean, they saying the younger players are, it's financial reasons for them so they can go get that money, get their name out there. So why would you stop that? I got issue with this, man. Competition is good for the soul. You know what I'm saying? PGA Tour, you need to step your game up. All them old school policies and stuff like that, you're going to have to change because players are jumping ship so they can go ahead and make that bag. Lefty, I'll come to you first.
You know what? I haven't really followed this story that heavy, but yeah, the PGA sound like a bunch of little whiny babies. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. And you really gonna suspend golfers? Like, what are we doing? It's a bad look. I mean, it's a golfer. It's like, we really gonna suspend them? Like, come on, man. Do golfers have a union? I don't know. I'm so lost on what's going on with this whole thing. Why would you suspend them? It just doesn't make any sense. And like you said, competition is always good, but PGA they used to being the big dogs in the yard. You know what I mean? They've been there for how many years? Like, it's always been just them. They were the Grand Slam, they were the Super Bowl, the WrestleMania of it. So but the reaction to what to this new tour is childish. It's a bad look. It's just a very bad look.
Sean.
Yeah, they're crying. Sound like little bitches, dude. Stop. You got the fact of the matter is, you hit it on the head, Ben. They have been the only show in town, in the world, literally, and now somebody else comes across and they're throwing big money. They're throwing big money. Mickelson's contract was $200 million. Man, that's more than double what he made, and they don't like it. So now, if you got the money, and so maybe the PGA needs to start paying their golfers a little more. Maybe the purses need to be a little bigger. All right, the purse to win the U.S. Open, the Masters, maybe it's got to be $3 million, $5 million, $7 million, 10, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got enough money with sponsors. Listen, you, I, and the whole world knows that is a rich white sport. They got money. BMW. When they come here, they got the BMW sponsors. They got this sponsor, the Aer Lingus sponsor. They got money. Where's all that money going? I mean, yes, a winner gets $1 million, but $1 million? Like, these guys are making more money in endorsements than they are in salary from their winnings. So you know what? Increase the purses, right? Make it more financially beneficial to these playing these tournaments and win. Because hey, if I'm Phil, I'm like, bump you. I don't care. It's $200 million. You pay my bills.
Right.
Taking care of my wife, my kids, my grandkids, my grandkids. You pay it. You take it. Then you know what? Bump you. I'll stay with Liv and her sisters.
Don't forget his side chick, Sean. His side chicks too.
Yeah, he got his wife, his girlfriend. You got people to pay and take care of.
And Kev, I know you a player's player, so I know where you going on this.
You know I'm gonna side with the players. So my question to the PGA is, because it's golf, right? And don't they choose what events? Are they contractually obligated for every single PGA tour? Is that how golf contracts work? Because I always hear people say, you know, I'm gonna sit out. I'm not gonna play in this tournament here. I'm not gonna. So it's golf. How do you suspend them? And then stop trying to be the NFL. Eventually, someday, it was gonna be another league that came out. You're not paying them what they're paying them, so they gone. And you mad because Dustin Johnson is gone.
Big mad.
Bill Nicholson is gone. You some of the younger stars outside the field, but some of the younger stars are like, whoa, they paying what? Sign me up.
Right.
So
Put
now
me
you
in the game,
mad.
coach. Put me in.
How do you, and like Lucky said, how do you suspend a golfer? How do you do that?
Sounds like this. You know what? You can't play in my tournament. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't play. It's like they taking a ball and going home.
You know what it is? Like, you know what? You like that? You like him? That's literally some childish high school girl stuff. Oh, you're friends with her, you like her? Well, guess what? I can't be friends with you.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Who does that?
Exactly.
Obviously, multi-billion-dollar corporations, apparently.
Clearly.
But the problem is it's political too, because of Saudi, and they had an American killed, and Phil made a couple comments. But guess who's over it? Greg Norman. You don't think Greg Norman is recruiting Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson? You don't think he got something to do with that? So you got it's competition. And like you say, Sean, step your game up, PGA.
You're not going to answer Greg Norman call.
Yeah, of course they did.
Come on.
And the golfers, just like most other sports, like it's a fraternity. You know what I mean? Those guys, they talk, they friends, they double date. You know what I mean? They swap side chicks, all that weird stuff. You know, that's what they do. I'm speculating, but you know.
What do you heard,
man? Since we in the box, man, I want to stay in the box, man. And now I want to move on to the famed Route 66. And I call it Route 66 because of the latest news story that dropped from the New York Times. D. Watson met 66 massage therapists in a 17-month span.
Damn.
66.
Getting his massage on, baby.
Come on. Now, no criminal charges, right? But you got 24 that filed civil lawsuits with the same lawyer.
Of course.
Now, is this going to make the NFL change the supposedly suspension that's going to come? Is it going to be 2 games, 4 games, 6 games, a season, 0? What you think?
It's going. How many games they play? How many games they play a year now?
17 now.
Okay, so it's going to be 17 games. That's number one.
Facts.
You had 66 therapists. Watch this, y'all. That the team signed off on. The Houston Texans was giving the girls waivers. The team. So the team knew about it. 66 in 17 months.
That's
so first of all, you needed that many happy endings because it wasn't a massage.
Right.
You needed that many happy endings.
The massage was included.
The 17 months.
Right.
But Kev,
that was just a formality.
I put this in the box for a reason. Nobody is massage therapists don't talk, especially when the team is pulling y'all in. Y'all in the waiting room, signing your waiver and all of that. Y'all talking and all of that. Well, girl, this is what he asked me to do. All right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
and now I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah. But
The man
you know
was
what?
on cloud nine all throughout.
At the end of the day, though, man, they got. If it wasn't for, you know, you have all these organizations now, these Me Too movements and things. The NFL has to respond, and they're going to have to be harsh. You know, they're going to be very harsh about it, whether it's criminal charges or not. I'm with Kevo. I'm with Kevo a whole year. Prepare for Jacoby Brissett to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns all year.
No Baker.
That's why they didn't got rid of Baker yet. They're
Right. That's why they holding on to him.
One more year, buddy. One
You're
more
right,
year.
Sean. That's why they holding on to him. You're right.
Yeah. We believe you. We believe in you, buddy. In one more year.
Right.
It was just a misunderstanding.
I don't see how they're gonna bring him back, but they already excused him from OTAs. You know, so I don't see him coming back. But it's no way the NFL can't respond.
You're white, Terrence. You're a white billionaire, bro. The rules don't apply to. Terrence,
right.
Robert Kraus, a white billionaire, bro.
Right.
Hey, Terrence, he did it the day of the Super Bowl and got in a jet and went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And like you're jealous because I'd be jealous.
And wasn't Robert Kraft? That was a raid, right? Like he's not accused of anything. Like
it was a raid that wasn't for him. He just happened to get caught up in the show.
He just happened to be there. Right. So
hey, if you're gonna go to the Super Bowl on your private jet, all right, that's one way to start off your Super Bowl day. All right,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sean, if y'all ever get Robert Kraft's number, please hand it over to me because I love to hang out with him.
Yeah, you and me both. You and me
I
both.
love to hang out with Robert Kraft.
Facts.
You and me both.
Facts. Robert David is high on my list. I miss hanging out with Prince because I would have loved to hang out with Prince because he always had some bad ones.
Yes, sir.
Always had some bad ones. So I know his parties was epic. Let Charlie Murphy tell it.
Yes, sir. Mine would have been Rick James and Dennis Rodman. I'd have loved to hang out with those
Prince and Rodman would have been a phenomenal party to be hanging out with. Those two guys at a party, Prince and Rodman.
You gonna party, baby.
Man.
Hey, on a sad note, did you see the camera last night's game grace across Dale Curry?
Oh, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's talk
That's
about
my
this.
man.
I'm just throwing this one
That's
out
my
there.
boy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my man.
That cameraman Petty is so strong. They showed his little chick about 10 times. I'm like, come on, fam. Like you just gonna keep putting the man out there. Now she all over social media.
Hey man, look.
Like going in on Dale, man.
That man
ain't had nothing to do with the damn game.
Nothing.
He's the man was cheering for his son. His son was putting on a show. He just had a little company. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, that man back in these streets, baby.
At one point, he was like, yeah. And then he was like this, Kev.
Yeah.
He definitely pound caked it on camera.
He said, we're gonna celebrate this victory tonight, baby.
Lefty, you right. He pound caked on
camera. But he probably didn't know. He probably didn't know he was on camera. He probably got home and watched it. You know it was on SportsZone. He was like, ain't this a bitch?
Hey man, that man a single man. He back in these streets, baby.
He is.
Leave that man alone.
Even Big Joe talked about it with his trailer trash honey. All the girls trailer trash, man. Come on, Joe.
Man just had a little company.
Hey man, yeah,
that was man. I saw that I'm like, oh man, come on.
I said, man. So now
like you're Steph's dad, all right? You're not Del Curry anymore. You're Steph's dad, all right?
That's true.
And that's cool. I'm sure he's cool with it. You couldn't get, and maybe he loves it, maybe he cares, but I don't know. It's possible. Man, you better come up with a 8.5 minimum, 9.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you Wardell Curry. He's Steph's dad. Like they should be talking about, damn, you see who Steph's dad was with?
Right,
Not
exactly.
You see who Steph's dad was with? It's just
especially after having their mama on his arm all them years.
Yeah.
He definitely took a step back. He definitely went
Yeah, if you could do that, you always got to take a step forward, man. You always got to take, you know what? Elevate. Don't regress.
Right. Please don't.
Well, I think her petty might be strong. You might see her in the stands in Golden State. We'll see who she with.
She was a white dude. She was with a white dude last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
She ain't
saw
get
that
as
this
much
morning on
camera.
social media.
She ain't get as much camera time as Dale though. They put Dale out there.
put him out there bad.
Y'all leave Dale alone, man. Let the man live his life.
He definitely living his best life.
He trying to be great.
Hey, he's trying to be great. He's just trying to have a good time.
Dale out there having a hot boy summer.
I ain't mad at you, Dale. I ain't mad at you, Dale. Go ahead. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, man,
Hey, Left, he got the hoochie daddy shorts on.
I hope he does.
Got that thigh showing.
All that with the thigh.
You got that little thigh rip, the little muscle in the thigh showing. Like, oh, Dale.
yeah.
You got them legs.
Hey, look at Dale.
You got them muscular legs. That's strong
Dale,
legs.
all Dale saying is easy access, baby.
Ain't nobody safe on this show, man. Ain't nobody safe, man. Nobody is safe. So let's get into the NFL, man. Do y'all agree with the contract that Aaron Donald signed? Richest non-QB deal worth $95 million for 3 years. $65 million of it is guaranteed in the first 2 years.
Yep.
They had to do it.
Yep.
It's a lot of bread.
Who stops him? Tell me one dude, except for James Daniels, that one game when the Bears like 3 years ago. Who stopped him? Yeah. Who stopped that dude? That dude, nobody in the history of the NFL has had that many sacks and that many pressures from the inside the line. Now we're not talking DNs like Reggie White and LT. We're talking up the middle. Nobody has put pressure on a quarterback like this dude has. And you see this joker, he's like 285, 290 with abs. Yeah. With abs.
Yeah.
This dude is a freak of nature. He's got an angry streak, he's got anger issues on the field. And I love it. There ain't nobody, and every dime he got, he's worth.
If
Kevin and them got mad at me, I said it before. I said he's the most dominant defensive player I've seen since Lawrence Taylor. Like he's that dominant. He's that dominant. So he deserves every bit of it, especially the type of money they making these days, because he affects he affects every aspect. The run game, puts pressure on the quarterbacks. You got to double team him, sometimes triple team him. I mean, you got Leonard Floyd getting sacks, who he couldn't sack nobody in Chicago.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Just playing with Aaron Donald, so that makes everybody around him that much better. Especially when you can affect the game in the trenches like that. Man, he deserved every bit of that. They had to pay him.
They had to do it. And Kroenke got loot. I was watching Colin Cowherd. He kind of broke down that the ticket sales at Rams games, and they packed that stadium every game, they got it. So you could give Stafford an extension. You just pay Cooper Kupp. You get Donald that money. They got it, and they know they're gonna make it because of the ticket sales. They keep having that stadium brings in money. And I thought about it like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The stadium, beautiful alone, they got that money coming in, so you can splurge on
like they're paying draft picks.
Huh?
Ain't like they paying draft picks. I think they gave away all their picks for the next 3-4 years.
They ain't putting on no picks.
They ain't got a pick.
What the man say? F them picks.
Right.
We want to win that.
Yeah.
Now speaking of
they still gonna be there too, man. They lost Von Miller, but they still gonna be there.
But the cap's going up too because they got the new deal with is it Apple TV or something else. The cap's going up too next year. So even though they paid all that money, they're still cap compliant. And by the way, whoever their capologist is, he's the real MVP of that team. Lord have mercy. And everybody's under, and they might still make another big splash signing. So you know what?
They was trying to bring Beckham back.
Hey,
I was here. I was reading.
Sean, they cap specialist is in a broom closet with an old IBM computer, just and the pencil sticking in his ear. That's what he
beat him under the door.
Hey, Terrence
under the door.
Terrence just gave me a flashback. He said Donald has John Randall's strength with Derrick Brooks' speed. That's a throwback. John Randall was a beast.
John Randall was a beast.
Best description of him.
Yes,
that might be the best description of him.
That's great. That's great right there.
When you talk about a dominating dude outside of Donald, I think Lawrence Taylor and I think Reggie White. Now I know it's different, they're coming from the outside and all that, but I'm talking about dominant defensive dudes that you ain't stopping that dude.
Yeah.
Like Lawrence Taylor was literally like, man, they got you on me.
Lawrence like they got you two on me, just you two.
Right. I could just imagine. Imagine the old line.
I was about to say, let me hit this crack pipe.
I want the old line to be mic'd up, looking across, man, at Aaron. And I just want to hear what they saying. Or
But like you said, Sean, he's coming up the middle, and regardless if he's doubled or not, he's still getting there.
Yeah.
Like he's still going to get back there.
So
And
it's
do
a
y'all
mandatory
realize,
team.
man, we were one pick from having him, man, the Bears.
right?
One damn pick.
Want to hear a funny story? So I was in broadcast school back in 2014. All right. And actually it was 2015. It was toward the end of it when they drafted him. And I'm in there and I'm like, man, I was excited. I'm like, man, we're going to get Aaron Donald. He's going to be dope. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in the studio. There wasn't a show going on, but they had ESPN on at Illinois Media School now. And I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, all right, I wonder who the Rams are going to take, because, we're getting Aaron Donald. When they yelled Aaron Donald, I was like, ah! Dude, 3 people ran in the studio like, what happened? I'm like, they took Aaron Donald. Like, what? They took the Rams, took Aaron Donald. Like, what are you talking about? Like in the NFL, they had no idea. They weren't sports people. I was so mad. I was mad at them, man.
Because I think they had the Rams taking a receiver or something. Like initially, they were like in the mocks. They didn't think the Rams needed a D lineman. So it was like he was right there for the taking.
I was right there. And then,
it was
we got Kyle Fuller soft ass for 2 years before Vic called him out and turned him into a man. Thank goodness.
Right, exactly.
man,
thank goodness. But man, he ain't Aaron Donald.
Not at all.
We were talking about money, right? Teams that got money and all that. But did y'all see that Walmart, the Walmart group,
that's money,
offered? Well, the deal is on the table and it's pending with the NFL for approval.
Yeah, they got to vote on it.
$4.65 billion for the Denver Broncos.
What happened to the black dude that was supposed to buy it?
He's black. No way.
Right.
I'm saying
Byron Allen.
he was like next up.
Byron Allen.
And then it just faded away. Like you ain't hear about it
quickly. But now Walmart, they got 60, 90 days to approve it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that go.
24 of the 75%, so 24 of the 32 owners got to approve it. But come on, man, that's the old boys club. They're not going to approve him. The Walmart family.
Walmart.
Right.
He good.
And it's just a matter of time, and I'm hoping that Jeff Bezos buys the Bears. I know it's coming.
Like years ago, didn't Walmart? I think Walmart owned like Candlestick Park at one time, or something like that. They were in something like that. It was years ago, though. It was years ago.
They're not gonna turn Walmart down. Trust.
Oh no. They're gonna yeah.
Oh, and it's just a matter of time before somebody's gonna be going to Amazon Stadium.
Yeah, because they want to get some free stuff too, man. They're gonna throw that package in there too to get some free stuff.
Hey, Kev, Terrence just answered your question.
$4.6 billion happened to the black dude. Yeah, facts.
Right.
Well, you know what? Because I was doing. Here's one of the biggest things at the NFL, and this is how they're keeping black folks out. You got to have 30% of the purchase price in cash, liquid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going to be the principal owner, and they're trying to get that changed because in the NBA and Major League Baseball, I believe it's only 20%, but you got to have 30% of the purchase price liquid cash, and not very many black men have. 30% of $4.65 billion, which is, you know what I mean? So,
or want to put all that money into that little buck. Yeah.
So they want to, they're trying to keep it. They're doing a hell of a job of keeping it exclusive. Hell of a job.
Yeah.
So, former Saints QB Drew Brees, he out as the NFL Notre Dame football analyst after 1 year, saying that it's all about spending more time with the family. But the rumblings QB comeback story. What y'all think?
No, I read the story. He got fired. I read the story. He got fired. He was so bad on the wild card game. It was either the wild card game or the division game that NBC did.
Bad.
He was terrible. So he wants to broadcast games instead of being in the studio. So, hey, dog, you ain't gonna be able to do that. So
and someone tapped him on the shoulder. They're like, "Hey, the coach wants to see you. Bring your microphone.
Bring all your notes and all that."
This ain't for you, bro.
So that's what happened, dog. I tell y'all to go on Bleacher Report and read the story. That's what happened.
The Gooch got him. The Gooch got him.
They know that.
Hey, Drew, the coach needs to see you. Bring your microphone.
Hey, he got to the parking lot. His car was moved out of his parking spot to the back of the lot. Look, what my car at?
Your car's outside the lot.
Right.
Running.
Hey, this is for employees only.
Hey, again, nobody's safe.
Look, Drew better not try to bring his ass back to
y'all
the
remember
NFL.
his broadcasting game? Do y'all kind of remember? Because I don't remember him being terrible, but that's what they say.
He was bland. He wasn't, and it's tough. You know, if you've never done that before, because people think it's easy to go and broadcast a game. It's not. Troy, aka White Jay-Z, makes it look so easy, and Drew Brees, it's not, man. It's not. Even if you're just a color commentator, it's tough, man. I had to do something when I was in broadcast school, and even as much as I know about football, it was a little easier for me. But there were some points where I was like, man, dude, I gotta keep talking and keep, kind of just supporting the play-by-play dude. So it's not that easy, man. It's not that easy at all.
Aikman and Tony Romo are great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yes. And I really had I had doubts. I had doubts about
Romo.
Yeah, I had Romo. I had doubts about him, man, but
Romo be killing him.
But you know, there's a lot of people can't stand him though, man. Like,
man, he be on point, bro.
He calls. He's on point. He calls the plays before they happen. Like,
right.
It's like he's playing quarterback. You know what I mean? He's calling out the defense. Are they about to do this and run this?
He did that on the Bucks game, and he called it out and said exactly what Brady was going to do, and that ball just shot out from his arm, touchdown. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he called it on with Gronk. He's like, look, watch. Here's what they're going to do. They're isolating Gronk on the left side. He goes, if this guy covered him, if he takes an inside route, inside position, the DB, they're going fade. If he stacks them straight up, he's going to slant. And he goes, all right, he's stacking. He's straight up on him. They're going to want to slant. He gave him a 3-step, pop, slant. I was like,
yep.
Man,
bro, he called it out.
You know what it is? He's educating people, and that's why people like it. He's educating people. Like if you ever listen to Steve Stone, doesn't matter if you're a Cover Sox fan because he's been on both. Right. You ever listen to Steve Stone, that dude, you will learn baseball whether you want to or not, because he teaches you. And that's what Tony Romo's doing. He's teaching you, he's educating you. So now the average fan feels smarter. Like, yeah, I like, they like the fact that they're getting that inside information from a guy who did it for so many years.
Yeah. Right. And you know what? That's another thing. I like the fact that, players are stepping into the booth, because now they're giving you that teaching, and they honest, and they just like with JJ Redick and how he's been checking Stephen A like crazy on First Take. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, and you gotta love Chicago's own Pat Bev. I mean, he showed up late Friday.
Well, first of all, I wish they would keep him on.
That's what he was. He was shooting on the 4th Street courts. You see that?
Right.
Yeah. The dude just ran on a New York court, playing with him, and then just bounced.
Yep. All white. White shoes, white pants.
Right.
I had the white wife beater on. And I got to be there. I'll be late.
Look, Pat Bev knows his career. His career is winding down. His podcast is gonna be off the chain. Everybody gonna tune in. It's gonna be.
I agree with that. He gonna be like Gilbert Arenas. Like they just go in. They don't no filters.
No filter. No, they don't hold back, man.
No nothing.
Okay,
but you're right. JJ do be checking. JJ checks.
Now I caught Ryan Clark's podcast, man, and your boy was on there, Cam Newton, right? He trying to say he put himself in a fucked up situation with the Patriots and the Panthers, because he said he signed on Thursday and played on Sunday. But that's what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted.
You're gonna sign and not play?
The trouble was when he got with the Panthers, his first game, he upset the Cards, hit them 2 TDs. Now the TDs was 5-yard run in and then a 5-yard toss, but then he went 0-5 for the remainder
after that.
Now the problem with the Patriots is they drafted Mac Jones. So you were on borrowed time to begin with. And the fact that you can't throw the ball from me to you, then it was a matter of time, man. Carolina was just trying to save him. He was Superman game 1, though. Y'all remember that? It ain't one nigga's back.
What'll help him out is stop doing hype videos. You know, all these videos. He remember when he went back to Carolina, I'm back, the whole little hype thing.
Yeah.
Dude, you lucky to be a backup in the league.
He ain't got to that point yet, though. He ain't got to that point yet.
People still think he's MVP Cam. I've been saying it for the last, come on, man, that was about 10 years ago. Like, he ain't been right in 6-7 years. Like, you know, but he has that personality. He has that persona. He carries himself like, I'm still a superstar. Meanwhile, the high school kids is cracking on you at camp.
Oh my God, that was so embarrassing, man.
Man, that was disrespectful, man. That was disrespectful.
That was disrespectful. He should have got slapped in the face. And he was getting into it. He's like, "What? You know what? Is your dad here? Is your dad here?" Because he was about to go in on him. Hold on. I got
where your dad here?
Professional. Is your dad here?
Right.
Yeah. You know what? If he realized he's not playing the long game. All right, he's not playing the long game because if he goes and says, "All right, I'll be a backup." Man, you got another 4 or 5 years in this league, dog. And we're talking six figures.
He only 33,
but he doesn't want to say, "Hey, I could come and be a backup, you know, and help mentor these." Say all the right things. You know what I'm saying? And mentor whoever you draft. He's not. His ego apparently is not allowing him to do that, and it's costing you 6 figures a year.
Yep.
He ain't there yet, man.
For the sake of Jesse, please talk about Tom Brady because he really wants us to go.
We will not. It ain't nothing to talk about with Tom Brady now. He golfing. He living his best life right now.
No, but the thing about he was flirting with the Dolphins, you know, and like
I mean, come on.
You know my thing with that. I get Tom Brady, the whole stigma of who he is, but the dude's 44 years old, about to be 44 years old. Like, you're gonna sacrifice it all for maybe another year, and he constantly gets to hold it against the team that I'll just retire. You know, that Tampa Bay retirement thing was the biggest crop of bullshit I've ever seen in my life. You don't just, you know, like to do that. And if it was just to get Bruce Arians out of the, you know, off the sideline, whatever it is, you know, I think they given a cat with maybe a year or two left way too much power. I know Brady's Brady, I get it, but I don't know, it's just too much to me.
He came in and won, dog.
Well, you said it.
The last time Tampa Bay won anything.
Lefty, you always say he got the perfect life.
He does. I hate him.
He does.
I hate him.
The man got a broadcasting career, and he never did it, and it's already lined up.
Yep. 20 mil a year.
Yeah.
A year.
Come on, man.
He's got a baby mom. His baby mom is a movie star, Bridget Moynihan. He's married to a supermodel. All right, who makes way more money than him. And even at 20 million, you know what she said? She's like, "Oh my God, Tom, that is so cute. 20 million." That is so
right. Well, she make like 75 million a year or something crazy.
She said, put that in the kids' trust fund. Put that in kids' trust fund.
Man, that sounds like Pinky, man. He got a baby mama, a girlfriend, and a wife. What's going on?
Hey, the man got a great life, bro. He got a great life.
I hate him.
So since we talking about QBs, before we get out of here, I got another who you smoking with. So who will have a better season with all these team changes? A-Rod with the Packers, no Adams. You got the Broncos with Russell, whole new team, but he in a much tougher division right now. You got the Bucks with Brady, no AB, Gronk undecided, Godwin returning back from all-season surgery. You got Mahomes, new coach, and no cheetah. Then you got the Ravens. You got Jackson in a contract year, the loss of Hollywood, but he should have a way better, more healthier team going into the season. So who will have the better season next year? Lefty.
Damn, my knees gonna come to me first. I knew it. Damn, it's tough, man. I'm torn between Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is just that dude. Like, he gets a new receiving core every few years. Remember, he done went through from Jordy Nelson. He done been through a bunch of he's one of few players who actually makes guys better.
Yeah.
Like, so he definitely makes guys better. And I think Mahomes is approaching that standard too. So I'm torn between A-Rod.
We're gonna find out about Mahomes this year, though.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely find out.
Be that dude.
But you know, because his ability to extend plays, man, and what he can do on the run, on the fly, just just makes him something special. So I'm gonna go Mahomes slightly over Rodgers.
Okay, all right, Sean.
Russ. I think Russ. I think Russ will have. I don't know about Green Bay. Reason being is, I wanted Christian Watson here in the Bears.
Yes.
He's got to get on. He's got to get on Aaron Rodgers' good side, because we know how petty Aaron Rodgers is. Look at EQ St. Brown. Like, he got on his bad side. He didn't nothing, because EQ St. Brown coming out of college was legit. Coming out of high school was a 4 or 5 star, legit wide receiver. He got an Aaron Rodgers bad side. Never mind, he's done. So as long as he gets it, and he's got a history of some drops. He didn't throw the ball very much in North Dakota State, but he had too many drops, like percentage wise, because they didn't pass the ball. Is a lot higher. So if he starts dropping balls, man, Aaron Rodgers will, like, bump you. I don't care what. Yep. He ain't gonna go to you. So that's why I'm a little. I don't think that. I think Russ is just, he's on a mission. He's one of those guys. It seems like he wants to win another chip with a separate team and kind of cement his legacy. Like Manning did with 2 different teams. So I think Russ. I know the AFC West is tough. Don't get me wrong, with the Raiders, with the Chiefs, okay, with the Chargers. I get it. I still think he'll end up having the best season.
KDL
took my pick, Sean.
Oh, my bad, dog. My bad.
I was gonna go with Russ on the revenge tour. Yeah. Revitalize my career mentality. Like, he'll be great for Judy.
Watch me.
Yeah. You know what the expectations is. He got a young squad, got a running back, he gonna air it out to Judy. Like, man, I'm going with Russ. Now, there ain't gonna be no world beaters, because the Chargers gonna be a lot better. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, man. I don't know why people think the Chiefs done fell off. Yes, they missing Tyreek Hill. I get it. That was Mahomes' bailout guy. I get it. But dude, the Chiefs are loaded, man. Like, this ain't just, they might not dominate the league like they came on last couple of years, but dude, the Chiefs still gonna be good, man. Let's not just dismiss them like they just done. I don't get that. They still gonna be good. Division is tough, but they still gonna be good. Like, I don't know why people just counting them out like that, but to answer the question, I'm going with Russ.
This one is a tough one, and I can't wait to see how this all shakes out when football starts. But if I was a receiver with the Packers, a whole receiving corps should show up with ponytails. Get on his good side. Start looking like him. Start watching Jeopardy. Everything, because like you,
ponytails or man buns,
man buns, right. Whatever you want to call it.
with the porno mustache,
right. You know what I'm saying? Because he is petty, and you were right. If they dropping balls, he will look you off in a heartbeat. Quick. And go somewhere else.
He'd be wide open. He'd be, he's like, nah.
No, he is the king of petty.
Man, hey, let me ask you guys one question. I know you guys got to wrap up in a minute. Let me ask you a question. DK Metcalf, you go get him or not for the Bears?
Ooh, we talked about that a few shows ago, man, and the fan in me says yes, but then what you got to give up could make you take 3 steps back. You know what I'm saying? But
what do you think they'd have to give up for him?
Second,
Harold, Portillo's.
Take 3 steps back from what? Like, you in a look, man. This don't come off as disrespectful, but it's really not. This is Justin Fields' first year. He's not playing multiple quarterbacks. This is his first year with a new coach, new system. You basically rebuilding. Go get him a receiver. So yes, go get him. Like, he needs a number 1 receiver. And if y'all think Mooney is, he's not. Y'all know that. You're gonna force him to be, but he's not a number 1 receiver. Go get that dude a dude. This is gonna be his first year by himself. He ain't got to worry about not starting or none of that. You're the dude. So go get him a dude. Like, go get him a reliable dude, man. Like, you got to get a receiver.
DK is 24 years old and been an All-Pro. He's only 24 years old.
And a big boy. Yeah.
6'5", 230.
If nothing else, he'll bail Justin Fields out in the end zone. Like he a big, like go get him, man.
As a Bears fan, I would love to have him. But watching Ryan Poles, the moves he's making, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't see no way it happens. He's obsessed with building through the draft. So he's not gonna. He doesn't seem like the type of GM that wants to give up picks. And you're gonna have to give up a second. You're probably gonna have to give up a second, maybe if you get a late first. But he just doesn't seem like the type of guy that's gonna give up picks. Now maybe in the next season they got over $100-some million in cap space. He'll probably make a big splash by signing them. But I don't think he's gonna give up anything for him. I don't think.
I say go get him. Even if you got to give up a one, then that's it. 1 for 1. DK for 1 first-round pick. Because if you give him a 1, are you going to get a wide receiver that's just as good, that's proven for DK? No. I'd say I'd offer. Hey, I'll give you a 23 second-round pick, a 24 third-round pick. I'll give you some draft picks, but you got to go give. Because my biggest thing was I love what Poles is doing, and in his being frugal. Okay, but he was about to offer Larry Ogunjobu a lot of money for being that D tackle.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was.
Why not? Then he spends those 2 first draft picks on DBs, on defense. And my question was, well, who are you going to give the ball to if you turn the ball over? If you're creating turnovers, who are you giving the ball to? An impotent offense? Why don't you give him a guy who because they didn't use Allen Robinson right last year. Why don't you? And it's not the same staff. I get it. But why don't you give him a guy who is going to demand a double team? Give him a guy who's 6'3". There's no cornerback who can stay with that dude. He's too big, he's too strong, he's too fast, and he can jump. So throw that dude up. And if you do that, what does that do for Darnell Mooney? Oh my God. I think Darnell Mooney's can
open him up.
Can be like Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey is an all-pro number 2. Number 1, no. All-pro number 2. You got him going. Then you got Bayless Jones underneath. Then you got Cole Kmet. Man, go get him that number 1 dude that you got to stop because you're going to have to game plan around him, around DK. You have to. You ain't got a game plan around Mooney yet. DK, you got a game plan. And then you still got Russ who runs Russ. I call them Russ 2.0. You still got Justin who runs a 4.4.
Yep.
So, I go get him. I love it. And if they do that, because I'm still mad they didn't get a wide receiver. If they do that, man, I'll be happy as a pig in slop.
Look, I'm with you all the way. I would love that DK Metcalf. I'd love to have him as a
They got to sign him, though, because it's last year of his deal. But
that's the thing. You have to.
You got to pay him. You got to pay him. That's why you're out there holding out now.
Yeah.
You got 4 years left with Justin, including this year. 3 plus his option. You sign him for 4 years. Yeah. You ain't got to pay. You know what you got to pay Justin. You sign him for 4 years because you got more money coming from the contract. So you sign him, DK, for 3 years or 4 years. Then at that point, if it don't work, he walks, and now you can pay Justin this big money. I say you go get it, man. And man,
make a lot of
Sean, I've been preaching the Bears need a receiver ever since the season. And everybody want to agree. Everybody think Mooney's okay, and no, man, you go get him a dude.
No, they're right.
Go
He's
get
okay.
that man a dude.
He ain't a dude, like you said. He ain't a dude. He's okay. He ain't a dude.
All right. Yeah, he's okay.
He ain't a dude, and that's what you need. You got a dude at quarterback. You need a dude for him to throw to.
Yes.
Hey, man, I can't gloss over this, man. Big Joe down in Florida. Breaking news, Dale's girlfriend is Sonia's boyfriend's ex.
I love it.
If that ain't petty,
that's my boy right there.
Come on,
shout out
man.
to Dale. What up, bro?
Now that I think about it, he probably paid the cameraman to pan over. That's a good move. I love petty stuff like that. I love it.
Come on, man. Big Joe just texted me some photos, man, and this is they in these pictures together for real, dog. This is crazy.
Hey, Dale. Wow. Hey, when you in the shop, holler at your boy. Let's hang out.
The caption should be if Petty was a person.
Man, bingo. That's it. Hey, create that, put that on the internet, dog.
Got to.
It's gonna go viral.
Hey, that's X for X though.
Right. Man, this is crazy, man. We at the end of this ride, man. It's been wonderful. Shine, thanks for jumping on with us, man. Having a blast with us, man. Man, you guys are amazing. People in the comments, man, they've been off the chain. Jesse, love you, bro. Barry, Joe.
Hey,
all
Justin, come
y'all
out
there,
today,
man.
brother.
Man, you cats are nuts, man. So we about to get out of here, man. Do our partner shots, man. Since you are a guest, we will let you go first, Sean. You go right in with your partner shots, man.
You caught me off guard on that one. Let someone else go first. Because I was thinking about what I got to do right after the show. And I was
Come on, KDL.
Hey man, just shout out to everybody, man. That's rock with us every Saturday, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the comments, interaction, man. Try to keep the show live for y'all. Make it a little fun, but we really talking about sports. We sports guys, so appreciate the love. Hey, RJ, Jonah, Licorice Lounge, let's get it. Today, the fellas. Happy birthday. Let's get it.
Lefty.
Yeah, everything KDL said, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's always fun. I had a rough night last night. I made it though. I toughed my way through it. Shout out to everybody who came out last night. We had a ball. And happy birthday to our SmokeFella brothers, RJ and Jonah. We're gonna celebrate with them today. You know how we get down. Licorice Lounge. Y'all come on out. I'm not saying their address because they ain't paid us for it. So yeah, come on out, man. And hey, summertime, keep following us, man. Don't forget June 25th. We at the Vault. On the patio, man, celebrating the Kansas season. All us Kansas, myself, Ben, Joe, Big House, a bunch of our birthdays, man.
Demetrius, Angry Man.
Yeah, so hey, look forward to hanging with y'all in the summer, man, and look forward to seeing y'all every Saturday.
And it's my
Reese,
birthday too.
Don't forget Reese.
Yeah, it's my birthday. It's my birthday too. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
Reese.
That's my wild. I found out last week. That's my Wildcat brother. Y'all watch y'all mouth.
Hey Reese.
Yeah, TTHS, y'all. TTHS, bro.
Hey Reese.
we got a 2 Thornton alum on this show. Limit. 2 Thornton.
Hey,
Two Thornton alum on this limit. Okay,
that's it.
That's all we needed.
Nobody else Thornton can come on this show.
That's all you needed to. That's all we needed to.
Hey Reese, Lefty,
Yes, sir.
send the mail from Amazon. I got y'all both some Hoochie Daddy shorts. Can't wait to see
that's
y'all
good.
wear them so I can talk about y'all.
First of all, if
then
you
make sure
buy,
you've been doing them squats, man, so you get the next little rip. They'll be like, ooh, look at them legs.
if you buy a man a pair of them shorts, y'all go together.
Yeah.
Y'all officially a couple.
Hey,
Don't you dare
pause.
do nothing like that.
I'm sending them to y'all because I want y'all to wear them, and I'm gonna go in.
Hey, Ben, you should have told me. I could have had my guy put the Thornton logo on the left thigh.
Come on, man. That's disrespectful, man.
Oh, man.
We the Wildcats. Hey, my man. Matter of
Wildcats,
fact,
man.
Hey,
I seen my man Darren Guest.
You see me repping St. Rita?
I seen my man Darren Guest check in today. That's a Thornton legend, man. Y'all watch out, man. There's a lot of Wildcats be watching, man.
Y'all running
man.
around
That's
in
what's up.
Thornton gym shorts, huh?
Cotton ones that shrank.
Hey, them doing.
The first time you watched them.
Them. Y'all remember y'all gym uniforms? Them
Oh,
joints used to
man.
be- oh my God, we had
I don't
those
even
Detroit
wanna speak on
Pistons
that.
show.
Yeah.
Man,
What if you forget? What if you get?
that first time your parents watched them, you were done. That thigh was
it
out.
over.
What if you forget? Look now. What if you forget your gym uniform? Then you got to wear the school's version of your gym uniform.
Oh,
So it's gonna
man.
be something from
God.
Which is even more
1986. The
ridiculous.
short,
And they
the
gave you
shorts
the
gonna be from
smallest pair.
86.
They gave you the smallest pair out there.
Always.
The smallest pair.
They was clearly handing out yeast infections.
Hey, fellas, man, this has been a wonderful show, man. And as we do at the end of every one of our shows, man, where there's smoke,
There's the
There's
fellas.
the fellas.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Sean. Appreciate
and
it.
the super back.
The super back, baby.
All right,
You guys
man.
are awesome, man. You
We
guys are
out.
great. I love it.
We'll
All
see
right.
y'all next week, man.